Rahul and Samit Dravid walking past here, and I'm wondering, first I'm going to ask Sachin, you must be missing the kids at a moment like this.
Yes, I'm missing them, but it's a fantastic moment for Indian cricket, and whatever we've done in the last 3.5 days, we fully deserve it because all the guys have put in a lot of hard work, and in between the one-day series and test series, the days that we spent were quite fruitful, and we are a happy lot this afternoon.
And even though it's hard to imagine, you're actually one of the senior members of the team looking at you, but it's been a long way since you inaugurated that Friendship Pavilion in Durban.
Yeah, it's been a long way. It happened almost 15 years ago, and now here we are standing at the Wanderers. The last time we were here, it was a disappointment. In 1996 we missed out on that opportunity, but this time we grabbed it quite nicely. No better moment than this.
Well, Sachin, a few stalwarts up in the commentary box in the studio waiting to grab the opportunity to talk to you, so I'll hand it over to them.
Sure.
Yes, it's always an opportunity to talk to Sachin Tendulkar, but all the more because he's been around now from 1989. And Sachin, you've seen some really big moments in Indian cricket, some great away wins. The West Indies in recent times, you went on the tour, but before that Pakistan, Australia. How big is this for you and for the side?
I think this is very big because especially it's come after the one-day series, and we all know that one-day series wasn't a great one for us. We all really tried our best, but sometimes things don't work, and I'm glad it has worked in this test match. A couple of more test matches to go, and that's what we'll be focusing on. But just want to tell the people back home that we've always tried our best, and these are the moments we cherish, and we live for these moments, and we always want to do our best. So it's wonderful to have their support.
It's fantastic to hear as well. Now, something must have turned around. You said sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But very few people expected, and logically, that India would turn around as dramatically as this after the one-day series. Just take us through as much as you can about the events that took place in the week between the end of the one-days and the start of this game.
I thought right from our practice sessions, they were very specific and very targeted. I thought all the guys were extremely determined to make a better comeback in the test series, because to create a good impact during the test series is very important. We did try our level best in the one-day series, but sometimes things just don't work. A lot of planning happened, and so many things, it's very hard to put in words right now, but right from the trainer, physio, coach, and the assistant coach, and the captain, and all the team members, we were all determined to create an impact and leave our impression here.
Some very young men in your side, Sachin. Srishant just got man of the match, 8 for 99, just 6 test matches old. At the other end of the spectrum, you and Anil Kumble, who've been around now in virtually in your third decade in international cricket. How does that balance sit in, and what is the kind of conversation that would take place between some of these young kids and some of the seniors like you?
Well, I think it's the attitude. Srishant is a wonderful team person to have, a lot of character, a lot of attitude. Sometimes people said test cricket was boring, but I don't think so. After looking at Srishant and Andrew Nell, it was exciting, and obviously there are a lot of other youngsters. I would like to mention right from the top lot. I would say Lakshman created a huge impact. Saurav Ganguly played an important innings in the first innings. Even VRV Singh's partnership towards the end was a big one, and then obviously Zahir Khan with the ball, and Srishant, and then VRV played a big supporting role, and then the senior players. I mean, Anil came and got us a crucial wicket of Sean Pollock, and some wonderful catches. So it's been an all-round performance, and it's the attitude of the whole team which has really helped.
So just one final question before I throw you to Ravi, who has a couple for you as well. There was a lot of drama surrounding the return of Saurav Ganguly to the side, and the team could easily have been distracted in all that's happened around him over the last 7 or 8 months. But fitting in well and drawing inspiration from him must have been one of the big moments of the last week.
Yeah, I think such things happen, and you got to realize that what you want to do and what you want to achieve is the most important thing, and the best thing you can do for India is to go out and score runs, get wickets, feel well, and contribute in any whatever manner possible, and that's what we are focusing on. We are not looking at what's happening back home in India or what the people are writing or saying. because eventually what you go out and do on the field matters, and that's what we were focused on, and that's what really matters.
Well, Sachin, Ravi, one question I want to ask you. You mentioned about the collective effort. That was the most heartening thing for me coming out of this test match. It was a collective effort, not just one individual winning a test match. Now, the approach of the batting when you went out there, it was really heartening to see that everyone there was prepared to guts it out. Flamboyance was to be locked in the cupboard because this wasn't a pitch for that. Now, was that discussed? Everyone was prepared to hang in there and be selective in their shot making. Was that discussed in the dressing room when you went out there?
Yeah, it was discussed that obviously the first 25-30 overs are going to be important when the seam is hard, the ball is new, and we batted first, and the test match also started late due to bit of patches on the track, wet patches on the track, and obviously it was discussed that there are certain shots which are on and certain shots that you cannot play, and eventually what really matters is the grit and the guts. If you are prepared to stay at the wicket and face the tough bowling, I think they've got a good bowling attack, and there was a lot of character which was shown by our team, and that is what was discussed in the meeting, and eventually the one who goes out with a big heart succeeds invariably, and I thought the team showed tremendous character, and it was discussed in the meeting, and it's wonderful to see such performances.
Now, the viewers will want to know, why was it so difficult to bat on a pitch? No one got 100 in this game. What were the difficulties a batsman faced there?
I thought in the first innings, there was a bit of help for the bowlers. Throughout the test match there has been help, but I thought when we batted first there was a little more help for the bowlers, and we always felt that 250 was a good total when we bat first. 250 will be a good total because the odd ball took off in the first innings and the other one kept low, so we knew that the cracks were going to get wider and wider in the fourth innings. To bat was always going to be tough, and you just need 3-4 balls in the entire innings to keep low or to kick from those dangerous spots where it really matters, and we all knew that once we got them out for 84 in the first innings, all we had to do was to put our heads together and put up a decent total and get them about 400 runs to score in the fourth innings.
You got all those targets, didn't you? What about your own batting? You were very, very fluent when you got out in that 44, little kept low in the second innings, but are you happy with the way things are moving in the test match game for you?
Yes, the way I've batted, I'm quite happy. I got a good ball in the first inning, and the second innings I thought the ball kept low because it hit the bottom of my blade and dragged back onto the stumps. I think the fluency is there. All I need to do is try and look to spend more time, and things will happen.
I guess the job now is not to get carried away, isn't it? This is 1 out of 1, there's 2 to play.
Yes, as I said earlier in my interview, we are just through with our first test match, and still it's wide open, the series, and a couple of more test matches to go. Wouldn't want to take things for granted. When things are going well, you might as well grab it with both your hands and make sure that the series is in your pocket, and that's what we would focus to do.
Any dancing lessons planned from Srishant in the dressing room now, because that will keep your footwork sharp?
Well, we've been getting those lessons since last 8-10 months. It's not the first time he has done. He's a tremendous character, and I think international cricket needs such kind of guys to be around, because on occasions I've heard that Test cricket is boring, and this makes it exciting. As long as no harsh words are exchanged, a couple of smiles or good humor is always appreciated, as long as it doesn't cross the boundary line. And I don't think Srishant has abused anyone or being harsh on anyone. He's just shared his humor with us, and it's wonderful to have such characters around.
Right, thank you very much, Sachin. Thanks a lot for your time. You've been with us quite a while. I'm sure you'd want to go and join the celebration, so thank you really very much for joining us.
Pleasure. Thank you.